My first impression of the group was intimidating. It was very frightening. I wanted desperately to be invisible, and apparently I wasn't. I sat in the corner chair in the room and listened. It was very, very, very frightening. I felt like I was amongst people who were like me, and that I wasn't the freak that I always believed that I was, the pariah of society. What I find most helpful for me is that I kept going. I would wake up in the morning and say, I'm not going to group, and I would make my feet go, and my feet would travel, and I would get ready and I would walk and say, I'm not really going, but I'm going to get there. And it kept me going to feel better afterwards, after being with people that are like me. Some of the most important things that I learned in the group was like a toolbox of tools. And they were taught to me in a way that I could learn them visually and literally, and have handouts that I could take home that I could review. And in all the different ways that we all learned, that worked for me. Just having that repetition go through my head in the first group that I was in, because it was repeated and repeated and repeated, that stuck with me. Tools that I've learned as I've gone through the group have been the ability to listen, and knowing that I have the right to be listened to, and to hear myself speak, and to hear those words of my own voice telling the truth, whereas there was no other place ever in all my years of various therapy that I could speak my truth and it was heard. And that felt so validating. The aha moment for me was realizing that I have a right, out of my own value, to have a future, that there is a tomorrow, and that I can take it hour by hour or second by second, however I needed to do it. It just became a habit to train myself to think like that from what I was learning in group. And that aha moment was for the very first time in my entire life that I realized I have a future, rather than think no matter what comes along, I always have this way out, and this way out was not a way out. I think if somebody said they couldn't go to a group like I went to a group, I cannot read their mind. But what I would do is try to emulate through myself who I am, how I've changed, how I've grown, and trust that that would help a person see that it is making a difference in someone they know, and that's me. This group, if I described it to anybody, would be, first of all, it's a very confidential group. It's a safe place to be. Safety for me is paramount, and that it's a safe place to go, to be, and to allow yourself to speak your truth and to be authentic. And what is there to lose? There's everything to gain. I'm still here. This group has helped me like no other, and I've had good therapy. This group has helped me so much in feeling a sense of community, pure support, new friends that are absolutely jewels in my life. I feel that I've been given gifts and I can use them. It's exciting to use them in my new way of thinking and the new way that I use the tools that I've learned. And it's exciting. I wake up in the morning and I just feel like Superwoman.